On the Ed Survival here. Welcome to our weekly prepping series. This is week 8 and 9. What we're looking at is what we have collected so far. On the bottom shelf you can see our water and our food. I'm starting to put the ammunition that we've collected in this box to keep it more organized. And then on the top shelf you can see all the tools and things that we've collected as well. So let's take a look and see what is on the list for today. So the list, like I said, I combined week 8 and 9 because there was not a lot on the list to begin with. But week 8 reads scissors, tweezers, antiseptic, thermometer, liquid hand soap, disposable hand wipes, and a sewing kit. Week 9 reads 1 can of ready-to-eat soup, liquid dish soap, plain liquid bleach, 1 box heavy-duty garbage bags. So that's what we've done, folks. On the very top, as you can see, these are some heavy-duty contractor bags. They're supposed to be pretty sturdy, so I went with those. I was able to find a small, now this is very cheap. The quality is not going to be what it would be if you bought these individually, but there's tweezers, scissors, and a couple other odd and end items in here. Now folks, I have a video on instruments that you should check out, and I get in a little more detail on that, but we have that. Bleach over here. We can use this to sanitize our water, to clean with. Hygiene is a very important thing, and keeping our countertops and such clean, especially working around meat and such, is very important, especially in bad times when we're forced to kind of live close quarters. You can't see it in the screen, but here's our dish soap, and I got a very large container of that. Went with rubbing alcohol for our antiseptic. Over here you can see this is just antibacterial hand soap. Out of the screen I added mouthwash to the list. Here's the Wet Ones hand wipes that was on the list. I also added alcohol swabs while we're on the topic of antiseptics, because these come in handy for small items that need to be cleaned. I went ahead and added safety pins because they have multiple uses. The sewing kit, I could not find a sewing kit, so I had to make one. I found an array of various needles. If you've ever done any sewing, you know that a thimble is very important to have, and just a cheap roll of thread. Keep in mind we can use fishing line for thread. It works very well. I have a thermometer. This is a non-mercury thermometer, kind of an old-fashioned design, but it has a different substance instead of mercury, because that was always a concern. And I found this small thing of Advil, and in the very back, what's holding up our trash bags, I bought 12 cans of soup. I only needed to buy 1 can, but I went ahead and bought 12 because the box was there, the container there, and there just happened to be 12 in that box, so it'll help me stack my food a little bit easier. So folks, that's it for 8 and 9. I spent a total of $71.50. Keep in mind, you may not have the ability to combine weeks, but folks, if you have the money and you have the time to buy these things is now, when there are plenty. We can go to the store and buy anything that we want, and there may become a time down the road where that's not the case. So now is the time to do it if you can. Stay tuned for week 10.